Forget everything you think you know about your budget, because December eats budgets for breakfast. It always starts the same way. You walk into the month confident, organized, maybe even optimistic. You tell yourself, this year I'm not overspending. I've learned. I'm prepared. I've got this. And then December just laughs. Suddenly, there's a secret Santa you didn't agree to, a work dinner you forgot about, a cousin who somehow deserves a gift now, random sales popping up every 5 minutes like your phone is possessed by the spirit of Black Friday. Before you know it, you're standing in a store holding something you didn't plan to buy, whispering to yourself, "It's fine. It's the holidays. I'll make it work somehow." Meanwhile, your budget, the same budget you proudly set in November, is sitting in the corner, crying, forgotten. December is the one month where your financial logic goes on out the window and your emotions start shopping for you. And that's the dangerous part. You don't even notice it happening until you check your bank balance and suddenly remember what panic feels like. But here's the part nobody mentions. December isn't just an expensive month. It's a perfectly engineered spending machine. This isn't about lack of discipline. It's not about you being bad with money. It's not even about poor planning. December is built to make you spend, emotionally, socially, and financially. Companies know you're stressed and tired. They know you feel pressure to show up for people. They know you're more likely to say yes, more likely to impulse buy, and way more likely to convince yourself it's justified. Every sale, every discount, every shiny banner is designed around one simple truth. In December, your emotions make the decisions, not your budget. You're surrounded by expectations, family, friends, coworkers, events, traditions, just-in-case gifts, last-minute changes, guilt, nostalgia. I'm boring myself listing all the issues. And on top of that, you're marketed to harder than any other time of year. It's a trap that doesn't look like a trap. It looks like holiday cheer. So before you blame yourself for overspending, remember this. You're not fighting your habits. You're fighting a month that's built to break them. And this is where the internet does a Kool-Aid man to recycle the same advice you hear every single year. Just set a budget. Plan ahead. Don't get caught up in the holiday hype. Be mindful of your spending. It's adorable how confident they sound, as if any of that survives more than 48 hours in December. Budgets? Great! Until 5 unexpected events pop up in a row. Planning ahead? Cute! But oops, you forgot that secret Santa that was forced on you again. And don't get emotional is probably the worst advice you can give in the one month that is nothing but emotion. People act like December is some calm, rational financial environment. It's not. It's chaos wrapped in lights and decorated with guilt. Most holiday finance advice assumes you're operating in the same world as March or October, but you're not. December is its own ecosystem, full of pressure, tradition, expectations, and surprise expenses you never see coming. That's why the typical advice fails. It wasn't designed for the real December you actually live in, the messy, emotional one, the one that laughs at your budget and challenges your self-control like it's a sport. And that brings us to the part nobody talks about, the part that actually explains why December always wins. None of this is random. It follows a pattern. The same pattern most people fall into every single year without even noticing. It's basically the financial version of the 5 stages of grief, just with more receipts. Here's how the December money cycle actually works. The expectation phase. You walk into December convinced this year will be different. You're calmer, you're smarter. You've learned from last time. You tell yourself you're not overspending, you're not impulse buying, and you're definitely sticking to your budget. Oh, how wrong you are. It's the same optimism that ruins people every year. The trigger phase. Now the month starts throwing things at you. Invites, sales, events. Let's grab dinner. Oh, we're doing Secret Santa. Hey, we should exchange gifts this year. December doesn't pace itself. It hits you all at once. The guilt phase. This is where your budget starts losing. Granted, it never stood a chance, but now you see it happening. You don't want to disappoint people. You don't want to show up empty-handed. You don't want to give something too small. So you spend a little extra to avoid feeling bad. Gift guilt is one of the strongest emotional triggers in the entire year. The comparison phase. Then it gets worse, because now you're comparing. Your coworker buys something extravagant. Your sibling goes overboard with gifts. Your friend casually buys someone a helicopter. Suddenly, you feel like your gift's too basic. December turns generosity into a competition you never signed up for. The justify phase. This is where logic officially clocks out. You'll see it next year. It's the holidays. They'll appreciate it. It's only once a year. I'll fix it in January. December gives you every excuse you need to spend money you don't have. And you believe it, because emotionally, it feels right. The regret phase. And the month finally ends. Congratulations! Let's check your bank app. Oh dear. Panic sets. You're stressed, frustrated, and promising yourself you'll do better next year. But here's the trap. If you don't understand the cycle, you repeat it every single December. Breaking the December money cycle isn't about discipline or becoming a brand new person overnight. It's about removing the traps that hijack your decisions before you even realize what's happening. If December feels out of control, it's because the month is built to push you, rush you, pressure you, and emotionally drain you until spending feels like the easiest option. So let's unwrap the main things to do if you want to break the pattern. Set a spending perimeter, not a budget. Budgets rely on predictability, but nothing about December is predictable. A perimeter doesn't care about that. You choose the total amount to spend for the entire month, and that's it. No adjusting, editing, or just this once moments. Budgeting is for flexibility. Perimeters are for reality. Use a gift ceiling rule. Overspending isn't something people plan on, they just keep raising the bar. You choose a gift, then suddenly you think it's not worth enough, whatever that means. Anyway, you decide to add something extra to make it feel right. But you still aren't beating that damn helicopter outside. Putting a gift ceiling protects you from emotional escalation, limiting your max per person. You hold that line, and that's it. No exceptions. Eliminate surprise purchases completely. December thrives on chaos. It wants you to wander into a store and grab random things because they're cute, festive, or on sale. That's where budgets die. If it's not on a written list, it doesn't go in the cart. Done. Run every purchase through the emotional checkpoint. Before you buy anything in December, stop for 1 second and ask, am I doing this out of love or out of pressure? If the answer is pressure, put it back and walk away. Pressure spending is leading cause of over half of January's regret and almost all of December's debt. Stop the comparison spiral before it starts. Comparison is the December tax nobody talks about. Someone else goes big? Good for them. That's their money, their story, their emotional baggage, not yours. Your gift doesn't become worthless because someone else overspent. You're not competing. There is no scoreboard. The second you anchor your decisions to someone else's choices, December wins. Track one thing only: how much you have left. Not what you've spent. Not what you still need to buy. Not the mountain of receipts piling up, just what remains inside your perimeter. That's your grounding point. December tries to distract you with noise, urgency, guilt, pressure, sales. Your remaining balance is what brings you back to reality. So here's the truth. December will always be expensive. It's chaotic, emotional, unpredictable, and it's designed that way. Your budget didn't fail. Your discipline didn't disappear. You didn't mess up. You just walked into a month that was built to break the rules you normally live by. But once you understand the cycle, once you recognize the expectation phase, the triggers, the guilt, the comparison, the justifications, everything changes. You stop blaming yourself. You stop repeating the same mistakes. You stop letting December control your bank account like it's a tradition. And that's the shift most people never make. December doesn't get easier. It just gets clearer. And clarity is what breaks the cycle. So yeah, December eats budgets for breakfast. But now you're finally learning how to take the plate back.